Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations, and like I said earlier in the week, I had something that I wanted to share with y'all, what I think is a new technique. This insert here, actually it's more like sort of stained glass. Let me see if I can get my, if you can see the light through it. I hope that's showing up. So what I'd like to show you is how to make this little, I reckon called paper, and that's what we're going to work on today. So put this back in my little cubby hole, set that aside. Several things you're going to need. You're going to need a flat surface. I have just 2 pieces of foam core board that I have cut, and you can either work on these or you can transfer them from your mat to these. So, but we're going to work on the mat today. You're going to need some plastic wrap and napkins. And the only other thing is water glue. This is 1 part water, 2 parts glue, and you want it fairly on the thin side, so you may need to add a little bit of water. And just, I don't have much in here, but I'm only going to use this to show you. Now, what I recommend first is to put a light mist of water on your mat, because that will hold your plastic wrap down. If I can get it off here. I'll tear off just enough that's big enough to fit on the foam core board that I have. And we're going to pull it nice and straight. You know, it's always straight until you get on camera, and then it wants to curl up. Okay, lay that down, and the water underneath, that little mist of water, will help hold it in place. Get the air bubbles out, just smooth it out on your mat. There. Now what I want to do, I've got pieces of napkin here, and I've got a lot of napkins at home. And I buy them every time I go out that I see a pretty design that I like. Bring them home and then stick them in my stash. And when what I'm using gets low, I pull out 1 of each design, take the second backing off. Sometimes there's 1 ply, there's 2 ply, and I use the print. Same way in decoupage, and just tear them up into pieces. So I want some somewhat small but not too small pieces. If you notice, if you tear napkins one way, they tear straight. But if you go back and try to tear the opposite way, they don't want to tear at all. So, but we'll start with these few little pieces here, because this is just to show you how to do it. Now, make sure I'm in frame here, but I don't want to go off my plastic wrap. I'm going to lay one down, take my water glue, and just drop some on, making sure I get all those wrinkles out, or at least folded flat. Put some on there and start from the center. Yes, this is messy. Use gloves if you have them. If not, I just used a very important tool in this, and it's called my finger. Yeah, finger tool. That was the first tool I ever had. Was my finger tool. Yeah, I have an audience today. I've got my sweetheart sitting over there in the chair making faces at me. So make sure you get the edges down real good. And then from there we're going to put down another piece. Now when you put this piece down, wherever they're overlapping, you want to go with the lap. Don't push it back that way because then you get wrinkles. But just work from the center out and smooth it all down. Sometimes you need another little drop or two of glue, that's fine. Put it down, smooth it out. It's all going to get absorbed in the end. Let's try a different style here. Put something else down here. And you don't need to put glue down first, because this will, the napkins are already absorbent and they're going to absorb all this glue. And it's going to stick together. Smooth it out. Let's see, what else do we have here that we can work with? I'll try this piece of this. How far up can we go? We can still go up a little bit further. Put another dollop of glue and spread it out. Now you can do it all as in one design. You can add designs. Now here where I don't have napkins, we do want to make sure we cover up the holes. That's very important. Let me see what here. I thought we had a little piece in here somewhere. Oh well. I'll just tear off another piece and lay that down there to cover up the hole. Okay, where are we going to go? Let's go here. Put my corner down. Did it go under or over? Oh well, there's enough there on the corner. Put more glue down and spread it out. Like I said, where it's overlapping, you want to move with the napkin that's on top. Spread it out. Get those edges good. If it wrinkles up, just use your fingers, smooth it back out. Put this one here. No rhyme to reason, just putting them down. Let's see this one. It's a nice big one. Put that one there. Let it overlap some. More glue. And just, now if you feel when you're rubbing over somewhere that you feel your finger is hitting a little bit of resistance, add another drop or two of glue. You want to feel that smoothness to it. Keep that going. It's a little bit there on the edge. Alright, I need a piece in the middle. This will do. Ah, now it's starting to stick to me. Put that down. A little more glue. And spread it out. Now this is a little time consuming. One, you're not going to finish this and be able to use it in like 5 minutes. That's, if you think that's what you're going to do, try another project. Because it's not going to happen with this one. Because it's going to take time. And see, I noticed a little spot right there. Reach over here, rip a piece of tissue off, put it down there, and add some more glue. Now it's best if you do one piece of tissue at a time and not several like I just did, because then your edges are going to get wrinkled and gnarled up, and just like that one did, but I'll deal with it. Now, see, what do I want to do? Put that one there, because I'm almost out of room. You want to leave at least somewhere around an inch around the edge of what you're doing, because if the glue if you put like way too much glue and anything hangs over the edge of where you're laying this to dry, it's going to find that outlet and run right on down. Last piece down. And smooth it out. Now you notice I'm going over the edge with the glue, which is good, because you want to make sure all your edges are down. Doesn't matter if you've got, glue oozing off the edge right there, that's perfectly fine. Anywhere else you see, and then take a final look. Do you see any holes that you may have left anywhere? If not, you're good. Alright, I need a baby wipe here. And I'll clear that off my hands. And before I move anything, I'm going to get the rest of these tissues out of the way, wipe down the top of my glue, put these back where I had them. And now here's where our flat foam cord comes in. When this dries, it needs to lay perfectly flat, or as flat as possible. You don't want it tilting, because then the glue is going to run off. So let's set that up there, adjust it as necessary. And then this will set somewhere to dry, usually overnight if you're doing it in the afternoon. When it's dry, you want to come back and see if you need maybe a second coat. And if it does, just put another coat on it and then set it aside to dry. Babe, can you set this in there on the table, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, what you're going to end up with when you're done will look, I've got several here, like this one here that I've already started working with. And then all you do is you take your plastic wrap and you're going to peel the backing off. Just that easy, unless you get your pages twisted. And then what you're left is basically glue and napkins. One side's going to be sort of a matte finish. The other side will have sort of a sheen to it. So you can pick and choose which side. So you can see I cut out pieces that I've already used. And I mean, that's sturdy. That's not as flimsy as a regular napkin. Now, some of the other ones, now this one here has 2 coats to it. I put 2 coats of glue on this one. Set that one over there. This one here has only 1 coat of glue, so you can see it's a little bit more see-through than the other one. And you do the same thing, just be very careful when you go to peel it off. And you can use it just like stained glass effect on cards and your journals, wherever you need a little something special. See this one too, it has the shiny side on the back and it's matte on the front. But it's That's strong paper. So set that one aside. This one here is a little different because this one did not lay flat when it dried. And I don't know if you can see in this light, but there's a shiny area here. This is the top. This should all be matte. But the glue puddled. And this is, where it puddled is hard, or harder than, I mean, this is pliable. But this is kind of thick and hard. Not really something I would want, that area I would want to use, but the rest of it I will definitely use. And then when I peel the backing off of this, I can feel the difference. And you've got your shiny side here, but this area where the glue pooled, it is harder. It's wrinkly more. And you can tell because it's got a sheen to it. But this is the technique that I wanted to share with you. As you see, the darker of your napkins, the less you can see through it. The lighter ones, you know, I can actually see my hand right through there. And it's not, you know, it's really quite sturdy. But that's it. That's what I used to do that little card in the journal. But I wanted to share it with you, and maybe you can make use of it too. And share with me in the comments if you do make it. Share with me in the comments what you used it for, because I would love to know how you take this little hint and tip, trick, and make it your own. So if you like what I've shared with you today, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more tips and trips, and also as we finish out our art card August, we've got 21 days, somewhere around there left of the month, and we're doing a card a day. So stay tuned for that too, and have a happy time crafting, and I will see you all later. Bye!